educating consumers on their undeniable rights, empowering them with unbiased information, ensuring product quality and safety, and better consumer protection legislation. We are the Consumer Council in Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Consumer Council was set up in 1974. At a time with spiralling inflationary prices and deficiencies in the legal framework, the Council was founded to create a fair and just market and to provide a safe and sustainable consumption of goods and services.
Our mission is to act as advocates for consumers' interests, to facilitate constructive discussion and promulgation of pro-consumers policies, and to empower consumers to help themselves.
We reach out to consumers by different mass media tools. Our flagship magazine, Choice, now serves consumers from a multimedia platform, easily reached by members of the public anytime, anywhere. Our online channels are supplemented by other offline activities. Knowing how critical product safety and quality are to help consumers make informed and rational choices, we have been conducting comparative product tests since 1976 to evaluate their quality, performance, safety, and value for money through scientific methods. We have tested thousands of products centered around people's daily lives, including food, household appliances, skincare products, children's goods and household cleansing products. Our efforts have successfully led to the enactment of many important consumer protection laws and to improve public awareness on product safety. Our in-depth studies have also evolved to cover a wide variety of services, from tourism, financial services, telecommunications to beauty services. The release of these studies brought immediate effects. For example, our study on the Mandatory Provident Fund unveiled that the high management fees reduced members' retirement savings. It led to public debate and immediate actions by related authorities. We engage all ages and walks of life in our education efforts to ensure everyone knows their rights. Our Consumer Culture Study Awards have recently been extended from school students to include the elderly. We believe consumer education is a lifelong process from cradle to grave. We were among the first consumer rights organizations in Asia to set up a consumer complaints and advice center. Now we have 7 centers in Hong Kong. Our staff actively mediate disputes between the traders and complainants for a satisfactory outcome. We also expose delinquent traders when it is called for. The Consumer Legal Action Fund was set up in 1994 to help consumers fight for their legal rights in cases involving public interest and obtain redress. Consumers are best protected when businesses play fair. Over the years, we have performed competitive policy studies on key areas affecting people's lives. Our actions helped in the liberalization of fixed telephone networks, the cancellation of interest rate agreements among banks, and new laws regulating property agents, just to name a few. We had fruitful results in 2012. Competition Ordinance, Trade Descriptions Unfair Trade Practices Amendment Ordinance and the Residential Properties First-Hand Sales Ordinance were passed in the Legislative Council. These legislations greatly enhance consumer rights in fair competition, buying first-hand residential properties and protecting consumers against undesirable sales practices. We promote consumer rights through working with consumer bodies worldwide. In 2011, we co-hosted the 19th Consumers International World Congress, an event which brought together over 750 consumer advocates and delegates from 84 countries and jurisdictions worldwide. This was a new attendance record in the World Congress. The theme of the gathering, Empowering Tomorrow's Consumers. Key topics of discussion at the World Congress included how effective consumer financial protection can build fair and stable markets and help prevent another global economic crisis. Why genuine corporate social responsibility holds the key to public trust. Why fundamental changes in consumption patterns are necessary for a sustainable future. And how the communications revolution can further empower people. Through the sharing and networking in the Congress, participants were certain on shaping the future in empowering consumers. The Council is actively engaged in international collaborations to stay intact with global consumer movement. The Council signed an MOU with the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development for closer collaboration in regular exchange programs in consumer protection for developing countries. We at the Consumer Council have been working closely with Chinese authorities for many years to reinforce an educated consumer culture through information exchange, complaints referral, training and visits. The Shop Smart website serves to raise mainland visitors' awareness of their rights when shopping in Hong Kong. It can be easily accessed through the extensive network of consumer bodies in the mainland. As the world evolves, so does consumer culture.
Consumption is no longer only about smart spending, but also consuming responsibly for a sustainable future. Through education, legislation, and guidance to the business sectors, our efforts have brought changes to the evolving marketplace and benefits to consumers and traders alike. In short, the work of the Consumer Council is very much in the public eye. We have established ourselves firmly in public and the business community as an independent, impartial, and trusted voice for consumers.
We will build on this foundation and continue to work with our partners locally and internationally to fulfill our mission on consumer protection.